Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. Today's violin lesson will be on the Gossec Gavotte, piece number 17 in the Suzuki Book 1. And just looking it over, we have two sections. The first says Allegretto Cut Time. That's very interesting. I was just thinking about that. Cut time means feeling in two. Da, 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 da. It's not going to be that fast because we want to articulate these eighths with the staccatos. That's very important. If you play it faster, it's easy for students to get it. It needs to have the staccato. So, assuming that we practiced this, I should be able to see my hand. Let me see if I can get my camera. Each one of these obviously a stroke that's played in the quite a bit toward the point. Get just the right stiffness of the hair. So we're going to have the staccato issue all the way through the first half. It's just something to be practiced. The second half changes this to pucantabulate, more singing. That means, and they put the lines. We didn't need to have the portato lines, but we're going to play smooth. There's a little bit of staccato come back. So now we have a contrast between staccato and legato. Okay, so let's see, I want to cover before I get carried away here. The second bar. You notice, now this is a true grace note. And we're playing these quarters a little short. I don't know why they put a dot and a dash. That's a ridiculous mark. It should either be a dot or nothing, basically, unless there's some specific reason. If we're playing something like this, then the dashes are appropriate. But they should just simply put the dot in. They're afraid the students are going to play them what we call secco, super dry. You know, if I play. It's not going to be that. It's going to be quarter. There's a little bit of substance to it, but it's still short. So I would think of those as dots with the grace note before the beat, as opposed to when we talked about Bach, where that's more of a Baroque style. So it would sound like. And then. Okay, so that goes along there. We've got an interesting technique on the fourth line. We have there's a little bit of separation, I believe. It's not marked in the music, but I think there should be. Even though there's a retard, I still separate the notes to maintain that same feeling. And then we're back to tempo for tempo 1. And we end the piece the same way, even on the da capo. There's no need to change. It's kind of a little cutesy thing, right? And we have a rest. It's not really a grand pause, even though it could be if you have the audience at the palm of your hand, as the saying goes. And then it's a nice, cute ending. As far as technical left-hand stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh bar, I recommend with a fourth finger. You notice here, I don't see. They have like. I don't know why. I think it's something left out. Should be staccato. So you know, the parts are not absolutely consistent. But use that fourth finger on the C sharp because you just played G. There's the C sharp. Looking through. Whenever in doubt, play fourth fingers on the, and then at the end, I play open 2/4. All right, the second half of the più cantabile, we've got the. What I do is I have my students practice this playing, and then pull the second finger back. Just pull it back. In the actual point of playing, that I'm actually lifting. I'm pulling it back, but I pick it up a little. So you want to isolate this, a little excerpt, do it slow. As soon as the 4 goes down, let the 2 release. You notice that as soon as the 4 goes down, I switch leverage to the 4 and the 2 releases. It becomes a very easy passage. First finger stays down. And then the staccatos. 4. No open E there. And the dynamics are nice. There's no problem with those. A little diminuendo. See, it's a subtle thing. Is it loud and soft, or is it somewhere in between? Whatever you feel. Let your feelings dictate. So now, the second half of the second part. I definitely feel this forte. Now piano. And then forte again. Now here we've got playing the C, and we're coming across to the 4th finger E. Hold the 3 down until the 4 touches. Hold the B down until the D touches, half step across strings. Pull back the 2nd. And up, so you have time to hook your thumb for the 2 pizzicatos. So it's really a nice contrasting dynamics from the forte. And notice I'm playing nice staccatos there, and then piano. Now forte again. And then from there, back to the beginning. And there's so many possibilities in this piece. You can vary the dynamics. You want to play it louder, you want to play it softer. It's a really, really nice piece. Has a lot of expressive possibilities for a student. The more you get into it, the more you like it. I've recorded it. You've probably seen me record it with other styles, other speeds. It's adaptable to anything you want. And besides that, it's also, there's so much in this. If a student can command this piece, if they practice this piece perfectly, they're practicing the entire repertoire. That's something you really want to have in your head. If I can play this piece really, really beautifully, I'm practicing everything. So that, because you apply the same techniques to every piece that you play. You look at it, you scrutinize, you say, okay, Allegretto. It's going to not be slow, but it's not going to be super fast. Cut time, there should be a feeling of 2, of 1, 2. That's what cut time means, right? That it means 2 halves per bar, and that's the feeling of the piece. We look at, as we glance through, we say, oh, lots of staccatos. Okay, that's feeding into the allegretto. And then we come down, we need to know, più cantabile means more singing. Più mosso, more moving. Meno mosso, less moving. Okay, if they said meno cantabile, it wouldn't make any sense, of course. Less singing, because we haven't been singing. We start to sing. Okay, and looking through dynamics, you glance through, and you see, even if you're in a sight reading situation, you glance through, see what the challenge are. challenges are. You say, okay, I got a forte, I got piano, I got forte, piano. So there's some contrasting dynamics. So all these things you can pick up. You know, it says at the end, da capo al fine. If you're just glancing through the piece for the first time, oh, da capo, back to the beginning and play to the fine. Oh, so I'm going to play the piece through with these repeat signs, go back to the beginning and play. And that's the real end. Sometimes I like to ask students, what's the last note of the piece if there's a da capo? And lots of times they'll tell me like, oh, it's that open G string. No, take a look. Where's the fine? Oh. So there's all these kind of little things for a student to really examine and understand what's happening in music, even before the first time they put their bow on the string. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it makes it more enjoyable to play this wonderful piece. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.